Simsation back at ya. We're going to do another great video for you today here. I've got the big Corsair A540 case out, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. The Gigabyte motherboard, the ROS board that we got working, we're going to swap it into this case. Now hear me out. This board does work. So the ROG Strix board works, but the onboard Ethernet quit. That's right. So, in order to combat that, we're going to put a board in that has working on board Ethernet, but we do have the adapter in this one, which, I don't know, kind of one part of me wants to do it and the other part don't. Does that make sense? We can always use this for a backup board, though, with the Ethernet adapter in it, right? But it just seems like I'm creating so much extra work every time that I get in and do this stuff. So, why not, right? Take the graphics card out of it, start pulling it apart, and Simsation here. Are you like me? Do you build PCs to flip? Or maybe you just build them for yourself, for your own personal use or gaming? Or streaming even, whatever you use your computer for, that's right. Well, the one thing we can't stand is that annoying message in the bottom right-hand corner that tells us to activate our Windows product, that's right. So if you want to get rid of that message like I do, because you certainly don't want to send one out the door to one of your customers having that annoying message in the corner, I want you to follow me. Use one of the links down in the description below on this video, and it's going to take you right here to keysfan.com. And you can apply my coupon code SSA50, and that's going to save you 50% on your Microsoft Windows installs. And if you're wanting to install Microsoft Office, no better time to do it than today, because with coupon code SSA62, you can save 62% today on your Microsoft Office activation. That's right, keysfan.com. Click the link in the description below to start saving 50% on your Microsoft Windows and 62% on your Microsoft Office products. Thank you to KeysFan. Now back to your regular scheduled video. All right, we got the motherboard out of this machine now, so we can go get the other motherboard, get the I/O shield put in it, and start putting this thing back together. That is a nice motherboard. It's a shame that the Ethernet quit. It really is. Got a nice I/O shield. This is an ROG board, but it is a B350 board as well. So it's got 32 gigs of RAM in it. This one's got the Ryzen 3500 CPU in it. So that's the CPU we got in this guy right here. Of course, my Cooler Master Hyper fan that I always use. This one is an RGB fan. I could order some RGB fans and put in this, but we'll see. I might even have some RGB fans we can throw in it, but we'll see about that. It's got all red LED. It's kind of cool the way it is now, to be honest with you, so we'll see. I don't know what hard drive I got in it. I probably got a 500 gig SSD in it. We could put an NVMe drive in it, but I don't have any extra ones of those now. Unless I take it out of something else, and we don't buy those drives and put them in stuff to take them back out, right? So you're going to see the video on the broken PC that my buddy dropped off his desk, and it's a shame. It was a beautiful bling build I built, but we're going to get it fixed up for him the best we can. You'll see that video drop. That's a good one. This one's going to be a good one too, though. I really like the ROS board. I'm not going to lie, so I'm kind of excited to get it put in here. And it's not going to seem so janky once we get this adapter out of the equation. I'm going to keep this adapter with this motherboard for the simple fact that it needs it. If you're going to use this motherboard for anything, you better have that Ethernet adapter. You're not going to have internet unless you got Wi-Fi. So let me go get the other case. I'm going to flip this one up on its side. This is a big honky-tonk case, guys and gals. You can see it. She is a big honky-tonk unit. But we're going to get her flipped up on her side, and we do have an alignment pin in the center of this too, which is nice. can probably see it right there, so you can align the motherboard. But we'll get the other motherboard, flip this up on its side, we'll throw it in there, and we'll start hooking everything back up. Alright, we got the new board out and getting ready to put the I/O shield in it now. I'm going to try to... Will this crank up anymore? It'll crank down. Nope, that's about the maximum it'll go up. Try to give you guys the best view I can here on this case. So we're going to get the I/O shield popped in it real quick before we get that motherboard set down in there. And I got a message on a computer with an offer that's pretty close to what I'm asking, so I'm going to consider taking it. So maybe we'll get rid of one of them. This one, I don't know why. Maybe it's the way Corsair made the case, but it does not like to fit these I/O shields very well. They're kind of a pain in the ass to put in it. We'll get... It's just fighting the guy, honestly. I don't know why the I/O shields are struggling this one. I really don't. Oh, yes I do. I'm sorry. I got the camera on, so... The camera adds to the struggle, right? Some will say that, actually, but some won't. I'm probably going to turn the camera off so I can get this put back, get this shield put in here. I don't know. Maybe we got it right there. You just got to hold your tongue right, people. That makes all the difference in the world. It's kind of like working on a car. You hold your tongue right, you'll fix it every time. Alright, so I/O shield is in. Let's go ahead and place this motherboard on the alignment pin and get it in the position here. Yep, right on the pin. So we got it in the pin, right in position. So are the bolt holes lined up? They absolutely are 100% lined up. We will have to move the USB 3.0 out. We can stay with the power plugged in right there, the same with the top one. So all of our other stuff's going to plug in at the bottom, just like normal. We're going to go ahead and do some of that right now while I'm thinking about it. I think where our rear audio plugs into this bad boy at. I don't know. Man, this has dual USB 3.0 headers. We should have used this thing for our, we should have used this for our editing rig. Maybe we'll turn this into our editing rig. I don't know yet. Alright, let me check my messages and I'll cut it back on after we get it set up, and I'll put you guys back on the other tripod. So I'll cut it back on in a minute. I gotta reply to some messages and maybe move a computer so we can start getting new content in here. Hooray, hooray, the BitPhoenix cases, or the BitPhoenix build is sold. I've had that one up there for a couple weeks, so it took a little while. Sales are a little bit slow right now. I just relisted the Leon Lee. I had taken it down, so I only had one listing at a time put up. So I'm going to deliver the BitPhoenix about 20 miles away from me. And I'm going to do that at 4:30. So I'm pretty excited about it. Not really. I sell a lot of computers, so that's another one in, but I also take care of the people. I mean, that's the most important thing when you sell one. Anybody can sell one, but not everybody offers good service after the sale. And if she has any problem with it, and I'm sure it's for her kid, they won't hesitate to reach out to me, and they also know I have a YouTube channel, so I mean, I don't want them on there making negative comments telling you guys and gals that I'm a bad person, because I'm not. I'll help anybody as much as I can, to the extent where it's not taking complete and total advantage of me. And that's just the way I am. I mean, it's the type of person that I am. And I'm sure most of you guys that watch the channel are about the same way as me. I expect to get people to be honest with me when they sell me stuff, but you've seen how that works out for me. And I know from the comments that it happens to you guys too, so I'm not the only one. Oh, maybe I'll stop and get thermal paste at Best Buy, but the last time I did that, that was a complete disaster. So we got all the motherboard screws in. We're just going to tweak them down real quick. What? I'm gonna reuse that CPU paste that's still good, and I didn't knock it off the CPU or the cooler. We can get away with it for a while. We can probably get away with it for a long while, right? So let's get this one in place here. We're gonna have to hold it by hand in the back and try to screw it on in the front. If you don't think that's gonna be fun, well, hang tight, because it is. And something is holding me up back here. Oh, we had a wire in between the motherboard and our bracket. Don't do that at home, boys and girls, but what I'm gonna try to do is line that up like that. Oh, maybe we can push it on just to hold it for now. I don't know. You tell me how you would do it. I know how you would do it. Don't tell me. You would be smart enough not to do it the way I am, because I'm an idiot. And I'm gonna knock a cooler down and run a motherboard if I ain't careful, right? That's probably how you would tell me. I didn't find the screwdriver I wanted, but I found one to start it, to hold it. How do you put your CPU coolers on? I know you'll do it likely with the unit laying flat, which is the right way to do it, honestly. Don't copy what Sensation does. I do it because it's better for the camera this way. So it's better for the camera angle this way, but it's safer to do it the other way. Plus, I needed to put the bracket in the back and hold it at the same time, so I'm just gonna make up excuses here. It's ignorance, boys and girls, at its very best. Nope, it's how you build a computer. With a camera and a GoPro, and it's better for the aesthetics. I'm gonna shut up now, I'm just rambling on with this stuff. Okay, so I turned the power switch on, I don't see or smell smoke. That's a good sign, right? I'm gonna leave the camera focused on the computer on the first startup though, because if you've been watching the channel, then you know I've had one flame out before, so it's better if you catch the flame outs on camera, I think. You tell me your thoughts. Here we go, power button. Where's it at? Now, we'll pretend like this is it. Oh, we got lights, fans, camera. Do we got action? We got action. Let's make sure this thing posts though. It posted, but we changed the CPU again. So we get the same new CPU installed, FTPM corrupted. Press Y to reset the FTPM. We'll just press Y on it. So we'll do that. I do want to show you guys and gals something. I changed our Dell keyboard to a different Dell keyboard. You know why? Because I got too many of these damn computers like this one that don't have PS2 ports. And you know I don't like it when they don't have the PS2 port, but I went with a USB keyboard on it. So let's see if we boot into Winschmoes. Windows Winschmoes. Let's see if we boot into it. I'm going to put this one up for sale. I've thought about it, and it is a nice computer, so I don't know how much to sell it for yet, but we'll come up with a price. It's got a Ryzen 3500. We're booting into Winschmoes. I mean Windows. Probably Windows 10 it looks like, but we'll see. No capture card hooked up because I don't have the editing rig hooked up, because I have the old school Crossfire 280Xs. That's right. all hooked up to the triple screen on iRacing, and something about a guy's got to take a 8320 and that gigabyte board, put it in a computer, and go ahead and put it on iRacing too, so I can show you guys and gals that that works. But there's things on videos that are going to go down, and I'm going to pretend like I was involved in it or I wasn't. You see where I'm going with this? I allegedly was involved in it. We'll say that's how we'll do it. We won't say I was involved in it. We'll say allegedly. Allegedly, I was involved in that. But I wasn't really involved in it, just only allegedly. Okay, we'll pretend like this is going to boot into Windows too. I'm putting a block-off plate in here, so if I'm appearing a little weird, that's why. Getting a block-off plate in. I mean, it's working. It's trying to load Windows. Oh, new hardware. Getting devices ready. That's right, because we swapped motherboards. So if it's Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC, we'll probably have to reactivate it. Which is no problemo. Which reminds me, I'm currently working on a deal with a sponsor. Believe it or not, a legitimate one. So we'll see how that works out. I'm trying to come up with a good price to give them for each commercial that runs. And I didn't think I had enough subscribers for that, but they reached out to me. I checked them. They're a legitimate company, and they have really good ratings. So I'm kind of excited about the opportunity. I'm not going to charge them a lot for the commercials because I just don't have the fan base for them yet. I feel that it's unjust for them because I'm not reaching a large enough audience for those people. But we'll see if this boots in. It's got my personal iRacing stuff on it because that's what this computer did before it went into this case. So that's why this hard drive has all this is set up on my account still. And oh, we got parts for our other build too. So we got the CPU cooler for that. We can start getting that motherboard back in his case today. Woo woo! And I think the fans for the graphics cards for that will be in tomorrow. So we'll get that one fixed, and I got to get ready to get out of here to go deliver a computer. And there it is, Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 21H2. OBS Studio, we got it all on here. We had our capture card in it at one time. This is the first one I tested the capture card in, believe it or not, when it was set up behind me for so long. But this case is big and I really want to get it out of here, so we put a build together just to do that. And we got drivers and stuff coming in, so this thing is just working. It's doing all kinds of work right now. It's just working slow. But on this part of the cut, I'm only going to show you our system and what we got set up. But it's going to take a minute because it's like a fresh, brand new whole Windows deal here. It's discombobulating and recombobulating and reconfiguring files and moving stuff around, and it's got to figure out what hard drives are where, what storage is where, what files are where. What do they call that? Fragmented. Maybe we ought to defrag the son of a gun. But it's working slower than a turtle. You'd think we were running off the old school SATA drive down there. Account protection, okay, whatever. Rise. Well, look at that. It finally made the sound that it booted in, but our sound on our monitor's working. Ryzen 5 3600 6-core, 32 gigs of RAM right there. Windows 10 Home, actually, 2004. So we're going to reload Windows on this. That's going to be exactly what we do. We're just going to reload Windows on it. It's setting up stuff now and going through all that. I'm going to... I got to take my dog out and get ready, get a computer loaded up, and get ready to head out. So I'm going to shut this one off for now. Because we're just going to put Windows 11 on it and be done with it. Gigabyte Aorus B450 board. You see me test it after I fixed it. And it's working now. The good news is our Ethernet is working. And we don't have to have an adapter in it. So I did put another block off shield back down there on the bottom to plate that off. Nice IO shield on the back of this one too. The Gigabyte shields are nice, especially on this motherboard right here. This is not a Wi-Fi board, so there's no Wi-Fi. It is a USB-C board, but I don't remember if the case had that or not. If it does, we have a spot for it. No, this case does not have it. It's got USB 3.0 up there, but it doesn't have USB-C. So there's the mess of wires in the back of it. Just pretend like you didn't see that. Don't look back there. So there you go. Red LED fans, and we got RGB garbage going on there, and we got purple down on the graphics card, but hey, she's got some colors going on, but she's a worker, right? It'll still get a game or two on. That's a fact. So even though some of the hardware's got a little age on it now, it's got good memory in it. Corsair Dominator, 32 gigs of it, and the 3500, you know, 3rd gen Ryzen's not a bad setup, right? You tell me what you think on the build. It is what it is. It's a good budget gaming PC. That's it. It's in a heck of a big case though. I like the case. It moves a lot of air and everything seems to run cool on it. But I don't, tell me your thoughts about these big cases like this. Do you like the big Corsair A540 cases, or do you think they're just too big and obnoxious? Also, do you like the way this build's coming out? I kind of like it. Now that we don't have the janky Ethernet adapter in it, I think we got something we can sell now. Alright, back on this damn motherboard swap. We couldn't get Windows 11 installed on it. And I told you I'd work on it, right? And on the other one I did for my buddy, or not my buddy, but the other marketplace find I did, you'll see the video on it. But I figured out how to put the drivers in, right? On this one, I put it back in here because I figured I'd do that and then record putting the drivers in for you. It installed just fine this time. This is on the Gigabyte board that we put in this to get it ready to sell. So now we got a fresh install Windows 11 on it. I want to show you that. And that'll be the closeout video on this one. Maybe not, because we got to do bench testing on it still. Ryzen 5 3506 core right there, 32 gigs of RAM, running Windows 11 Pro. And I don't know if it's activated. We'll check it and see. Not active. Hardware change, so we'll troubleshoot that. Sometimes on the hardware changes, just hit the troubleshoot and it'll activate and you'll be good to go. Other times it won't, and when it... Nope. Oh, it found a home license. Okay. So that's fine. I'll just put a pro license on it. It ain't a big deal. I ain't worried about that. We did get it changed where I need to change our display settings. I'm going to hook this one to the capture card for the final video, I think, because we're going to do some bench testing on it. So we'll keep changes there. I got drivers and stuff to put on it and bench testing to do, but it's funny. I mean, I loaded it the second time and the Windows 11 installed on it fine. So we're going to eject our installer now. I've been busy on computers. It's late and I am tired. I just wanted to update you on this because I can't believe it finally worked. So with that, I'm going to say thank goodness, and I'm going to take myself to bed. We'll do bench testing on this one tomorrow, on this unit, and then it's getting sold. I'll put it up for sale. So, man, that marketplace find today, though, I don't know which one of these videos you're going to see first, but we nailed a hell of a deal on marketplace. And I'm not kidding you, but that looks pretty good in there. I love the effect the RGB lights from the CPU fan gives these red lights from the front. It just gives them so many more, a lot better color spectrum. But there you go from there, and then of course there's red ones across the top too. And you probably get the same effect from it from the RGB light in there. And of course this, we got the EVGA GeForce GTX 1070 in. But it's A Corsair A540 case, I believe. We got the Gigabyte X470 RS motherboard in here. You've seen it because I tested it on the bench. One of the boards that didn't work that I got working. And the computer's, it's actually not real loud. It's pretty quiet for having as many fans in it as it does. And it seems to cool real well. There goes my dang phone again at midnight. But that's going to do it for this part of it. We'll do bench testing next with a capture card, and then we'll do a closeout on it. Really a success on the build here, now that we got Windows 11 on it anyway. And this hardware does support Windows 11, so there's no problem with that. So we won't have an issue with any of that. You know, we're not doing it on unsupported hardware here. This is all supported hardware for Windows 11. It runs it natively. So we'll put Windows 11 on it and we'll sell it that way. But I'll catch you on when it's time to do the bench testing on this machine. All right, if I didn't have Nova Bench running in the background on my old Dell XPS for this, it just wouldn't look as good, would it? You gotta love the Windows 7 background, first and foremost. That's just what I'm messing with again. This is the ending to the video you just watched. I didn't get to run any bench tests on it. I did end up installing Windows 11 on that particular machine, and I sold it before I got to bench test it. So I told you guys on the BitPhoenix sell that sales were slow, and then all of a sudden I sell everything I have. That's just how it works. And I currently don't have any computers for sale, so we're going to have to fix that by doing the budget build in the tutorial, but we'll get to that. I'm enjoying the green screen thing, though. You're going to see me mess with it more and more. I'm going to try to slide this a little bit forward to see if it helps. Let's adjust it and kind of turn it a little bit, and that might help us with the background a little bit. I don't know. We're putting more of that in it if we do it that way. Can we zoom it in? I'm going to end up knocking stuff down here is what's going to happen. And we're still not going to accomplish what we're setting out to do. So I don't want to mess with it too much or I'll destroy everything. That's a fact. But I wanted to let you know that I ended up selling that one, so I didn't get to do any bench tests, and I apologize for that. So I give you the beautiful Nova bench right over here on the right behind me. Actually, you see it behind me, over that way. So we got to point backwards, but up there somewhere, right there, you can see the Nova bench score, and that's not on the machine we just built. That's on the Dell XPS, and I got some exciting stuff coming up for that. We're about ready to build our what are we going to call it? Our ancient sim racing rig? Ancient? I don't know. I'm going to put the 1660 Ti in that. I don't know if you want to see it on the video and play around with it. But the 3500 with the Gigabyte board that we ended up fixing worked extremely well. We went with a Windows 11 Pro on it. Don't forget the key code SSA50 or SSA62 on keysfan.com. That'll get you a discount. I mean, 50% off your Windows activation, guys and gals. You can't beat that, right? So SimStation uses that himself on those things now. And we were able to get Windows 11 Pro activated on that computer. And it actually went to a friend of my oldest son. So that was pretty cool. And he's on his first gaming PC now. So congratulations to that young man. His name is Tommy. So congrats to you on picking that up. But I wanted to let you know because the ending of the video never really had a good closure to it. So this is the closure for it. I'm letting you know that it is that computer did sell. So we don't have the really big A540 case no more. It's a proud new owner. That was a cool looking computer when you fired it up because it had the RGB that went into it created the glow inside the case, and the red fans caught it. And it put out a multitude of colors. It was really a beautiful machine when it was running. And I'm sure it still is. I'm sure it's serving the young man really well. That's going to do it though for the video. I thank each and every one of you for tuning into these things. You guys and gals make it worth it. You really do. You're the reason I do the videos, and you're the reason that I'm going to continue to do these videos. And without your support, your comments, everything like that, then it wouldn't be worth it for me. But because of your support and your comments, I'm going to keep going. That's I got the love for it. I've been doing it for many years, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I do like the green screen though. I think it's pretty cool. We just got to work on it to get the sizing right. We gotta just expand it out right. So like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You'll see more exciting videos because I'm low on inventory, which means I got to get more stuff. And to get more stuff, I got to go right here. I'm going to have to get on. Let me pull it up for you real quick and I'll show it to you on my phone. Well, we got boats and stuff showing up, so we better hit the search real quick. Oh, let's look at graphics cards. So there we go. I got to get on the marketplace. Oh my goodness. I got to get back on the marketplace. I got to find our next steal of a deal on there so we can, record it and get us a video out of it. But that's going to do it for this one. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will catch you on the very next Sensation video or production.